Z, are you back in session? Are you doing like summer session?
Yeah.
Well, Audra is. I never teach in the summer. Because, ew.
Yeah. Well, like, I had to take some remedial math classes, so I didn't want that to, like, be, like, holding me back kind of thing, because, like, I'm kind of, like, in a
Sure.
bottleneck right now where I couldn't take other classes because I had to take the math classes first.
Sure.
Stats is not remedial.
No, I'm saying that I had to take some before I could take my
Dungeon studies?
stats class, and I couldn't take other classes until I took
Dungeon studies?
and stats. Like, I couldn't take
Advanced wall scaling.
and I can't take Armored Doppelganger Lab until I take wall scaling. But I couldn't take wall scaling until I took
Dungeon studies?
and I can't take several other classes until I've taken wall scaling and Doppelganger Lab. So it was like a cascading effect. And so I was like, I need to do some like catch up. I know a lot of people don't go to classes in the summer, or maybe they'll just take like one, but I was an idiot and I signed up for 2 classes in the summer, and not just like full summer semester. Like, it was
Dungeon studies?
summer A and statistics summer B, so they're like condensed 6-week long courses.
So what you're saying is you're a masochist.
Yes.
All right. Did we say anything funny?
Oh, Z has some good punch-ins to make what Audra said very funny.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Then I believe we should cue the music. And welcome to a special bonus episode of Colossus at the Crux, presented by the Witchkey March. I'm Ian, your GM. Joining me in this bonus episode are...
Hi, I'm Bree. I play Glitch, the ship's mechanic.
Hi, I'm Eugene. I play Qualo, the ship's all-around guy. Your mama's so fat, she needs a 6-digit zip code.
Okay. So, what?
So that was said.
Okay. We find our ship's mechanic walking through the halls of their ship, the Ryzen. Glitch, what's on your mind as you're strolling through the ship's halls?
I'm just doing a general maintenance check. This place likes to fall apart whenever it can, so I'm taking my time to walk around, touch everything, peek in all the dark corners, make sure things are just clicking along the way they should.
Dark corners, dark corners. While you're walking and touching things, you hear something scamper and skitter behind you.
Well, I stand stock still. That's not a normal sound. I'm looking around, trying to figure out what's going on. I place one of my hands against one of the ship's walls, see if I can feel any weird vibrations. Maybe something's broken loose and is bouncing around in there.
So while you expect to feel good vibrations, instead you feel bizarre vibrations. You turn to look behind you for the skittering noise, and it's gone. But then, now, what was your front, your new back, you hear another noise. A different kind of skittering sound.
I wheel around, and I'm looking. Stitch? Mango?
It is indeed Stitch. Stitch is making a beeline for one of the wake stabilizers.
No. Stitch, come back here.
Stitch stops and raises one of its articulated legs, and then wheels its eye on you and looks genuinely perplexed.
You think you're confused? Imagine how I feel. You shouldn't be in this part of the ship right now. What are you doing down here? No, I've been here for however long I've been here. You are supposed to be back working on cleaning out the filters in the engine room.
You can hear behind you the sound of a solvent like melting through material.
Oh, that sounds depressing. I'm going to wheel around, kneel down, and open a little maintenance hatch, and then pull a cord, for lack of a better term, that comes out like Spider-Man out of my wrist, and plug it into a panel, the ship's diagnostic port, and I'm going to start silently just scrolling through telemetry.
Okay. You can sense, as you're doing this, that in a very rarely used bulkhead, an enormous amount of power is being drawn. And again, behind you, you hear Stitch say,
It takes me a moment to register because I'm so surprised that something's going on in a bulkhead that honestly I don't remember ever being in. Wake harmonics are normal. Power grid is normal. Empyrean particulate density fluctuating. What do you mean you took apart the wake stabilizers? Stitch, what are you doing? No, you're tampering with causality. No. No. I am doing a routine maintenance tour of the ship. Let's pull it back. Forget about panicking for a second. What is the first thing that made you think taking apart the wake stabilizers would be a good idea today? Okay, let's just calm down. And yes, I'm talking to myself right now. Where were you and I when I told you to do this absolutely Spaceballs crazy thing?
it gesticulates with an articulated leg.
Good. When was this that I told you to do this absolutely destructive, religiously terrible idea? Great. We're getting down to something. What did I look like when I was telling you to do this? And when I asked you to do this super void-brained thing, did I ask you to run any diagnostics before you did it, like I always have forever since the beginning of time, space, and the sea sky? Qualo.
Okay. Do you make your way to bulkhead 4A? 4 Alpha?
I'm going to close my eyes for a moment. Just try to regain some composure. Stitch baby, I need you to go start rebuilding those wake stabilizers. And whatever you do, do not go back near that bulkhead unless I give you specific instructions to do so. In the meantime, I'm going to go clean up a little mess and maybe do a little clearing, a little spring cleaning, maybe throw a few things into the sea sky. I'll be right back.
Okay. As you approach bulkhead 4 Alpha, Qualo, what does it look like inside that bulkhead right now?
So it looks like, a typical bulkhead. It's a spherical sort of room. Got a couple of angles in it, though. There's some tools lying around, some discarded pieces of metal and glass and that sort of thing. Kind of like a workshop if someone were to have brought the workshop with them. And Glitch is standing there working on a machine. It looks a little bit like a microwave attached to a still with an antenna protruding through the wall.
Okay, so Glitch, you walk up to what looks like your back, working diligently on this bizarre machine. What do you do?
I'm going to stand there, feet planted, arms crossed. I have so many questions right now. First of all, those ain't cables, right? Those are aura threads.
Well, you know that aura threads are good for channeling energy, right?
Sure. Do you honestly think that's what I look like?
So, New Glitch turns around and stares at Glitch, looks down at herself and says, yeah, this is, I mean, isn't it?
Well, you're about to look like something that's been scrap spliced into a heating duct if you do not explain to me what you are doing to my ship right now.
So I drop my uncanny disguise,
Mm-hmm.
go back to being myself.
So you do go back to being yourself, but your hair is still undercut on one side.
Sure.
Honestly, the haircut looks pretty good on you, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, well, I think everything looks good on me. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, yeah, so this is, wait, do you not know what this is?
No, but I do know that we need the wake stabilizers for things like landing. So I'm wondering why my drone is dismantling them right now for you to build something
Okay, but look,
terrifying.
in my defense, we're going in a straight line, and we don't really need wake stabilizers when we're going in a straight line.
Well, you're about to go in a straight line for a really long time.
Okay,
But
okay,
eventually
okay.
the rest of us are going to want to land. The stabilizers were healthy.
I needed the chrono bulbs.
What did you need the chrono bulbs for?
I needed the chrono bulbs to regulate the hyper prima materia needle. Duh.
The hyper prima... Qualo, you built a machine that milks reality?
Yeah!
I have so many questions.
So,
None of them are
look.
helpful.
You know how Essentia's valuable, right?
Oh yeah, highly
Yeah, well-
aware.
That doesn't matter. But you know how Essentia is good for science, right?
Sure.
Okay, well that also doesn't matter. You know how I like to do things, right?
Yes, I'm quite aware. You know how I like the ship to work, right? I mean, just work in general. I like the ship to work and not fail and
Well, yeah,
transform
I'm
or
sure.
stop or lose life support. Okay.
But this is going to
so
make the ship better. Anyway,
how,
so you know,
how
I'm
is
just-
this monstrosity going to make the ship better?
it's going to let us harvest pure Essentia.
Excuse me?
The needle goes in and extracts it, and it follows the aura threads through the distiller and the purifier, right? It removes the contaminants, and they get vented through the Bose freaking jobbers, and then inside the Farah calendar box. So yeah, it follows the aura threads into the Faraday calendar box, and eventually, you get a brick of pure essentia.
As soon as Qualo finishes this description and is, motioning toward the machine, the lights of the ship dim slightly, but then come back on.
Oh yeah, look, it's working.
I'm just reaching up and rubbing my temples, and my eyes are squeezed shut. I'm gonna hate myself for saying this, but weirdly, that actually makes sense.
Of course it does.
But it also makes sense that we can still land, or steer, or eventually do something other than go in a straight line.
We harvest the essentia first, and then we worry about that other stuff. I mean, it takes care of itself.
Honestly, I'm more of a holistic warrior, but
Oh yeah, no, I'm a compartmentalized warrior.
yeah. Oh, okay. I am not going to be able to stop you from doing this, as much as I also hate to say that. Wow, I'm going to have to be dealing with a lot of self-loathing this evening, but that's a later problem. How can I help you make this happen really quickly so we can put the ship back together?
Do you have a couple of chrono bulbs on you? Because Stitch never brought them back.
Yeah, because I can just go get them out of the supply cabinet rather than take them out of the wake stabilizers.
Well, I mean, if you think the fact that they're not broken in won't matter, that's okay. The ones in the wake stabilizers, we know those work.
Oh, it's so cute that you think anything we have on the ship isn't used. Just try not to blow yourself up. I will be right back, and I'm going to take off full speed, Olympic track running energy towards the supply closet.
Okay. So Qualo, in your bulkhead, what's going through your mind as you're beholding your nearly complete machine?
Lately, any moment I have downtime, I start getting upset thinking about all the scrolls that were lost in the hidden library, and I'm kind of mad at everyone for not grabbing any scrolls on their way out, and irritated that I was unconscious. And I don't like those feelings, and so that's why I've been doing all of these projects, just to
Okay.
avoid having to deal with the frustration at the loss of knowledge.
As you're having this feeling, you start absentmindedly scratching at some of the knowledge brands that were burned into your skin as the library was exploding. Because every once in a while they itch with knowledge.
That makes me wonder. If I applied Essentia to those brands, something's gonna happen.
Oh, okay. So you have this incredibly dangerous thought, and as you do, Glitch, you come wheeling back into the room with the chrono bolts. The chrono bolts and the chrono bulbs, because Qualo mentioned both of those things. And so you wheel in, you did. The For the listener, Qualo is saying that he only mentioned one of those, but you can go back and listen and you'll hear that I'm right. So anyway, you peel in and you see that in addition to sort of absentmindedly scratching his butt, that Qualo also has a large gold-flecked eye in the middle of his forehead.
Qualo, do I have 3 eyes?
Not on your face.
Okay, why do you?
I have 3 eyes?
You certainly do.
Huh. Weird. I grab the chrono bulb and I attach it to the microwave machine.
Oh, well, maybe touching that with your bare skin might explain why you're suddenly growing new ocular ports. Also, not there. You're creating a standing wave. Mango, quiet. Come on. We're trying to focus here.
Wait, do you think an oscillating wave would be better?
Either way, just be careful. Hold the housing steady. If that harmonic ring walks another millimeter to the left, you're going to be eating the bearings.
Oh my god, you do it.
Okay, so Glitch, I need you to give me a knowledge roll.
Sure thing, boss.
Glitch has come into the room with a part of a wake stabilizer, and then hides the part of the wake stabilizer behind its back when it sees that there's Glitch and Qualo in the same room.
That is an 11 with fear.
11 with fear. All right, so you managed to get the pieces in, but I'm going to go ahead and spend that fear. The lights to the ship completely go off for a second. And when they come back on, you hear in your communicator,
Guys, what is happening in the Bulkhead 4 Alpha?
Qualo decided to make some snacks with my livelihood. Everything will be fine. We'll be done in a minute here, sweetheart. Don't worry.
Okay, should I send Tegan or Tabitha?
Definitely not.
Only if they have manacles.
Tell Tabitha that Tegan is sleeping in her bunk.
Is that true, Qualo, or did you just make that up to distract me?
Do you know it's not true?
can I go ahead and get a knowledge roll from you, Qualo, because I assume you're still working on the machine while you're talking?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I am going to spend a hope to just push some buttons. What could go wrong? Hey, Glitch,
Hmm.
do you think Tabitha has fleas?
I think you have a mild case of psychosis. No, she's generally pretty cleanly.
I was sleeping in her hammock earlier, and I kind of dreamt that I was her, but I don't know. I woke up a little itchy.
Oh,
And you see me scratch my skin a little.
Yeah, you know what that is? It's called a conscience.
That sounds like a terrible affliction.
You know,
Oof.
let's have a deep and thoughtful conversation about right and wrong after we finish this, before we manage to spill, well, the entire ship's innards into the sea sky. And I'm going to heft my wrench onto my shoulder and just start using my whole body to torque a bolt closed.
Okay. As you're doing that, Qualo, what'd you get?
I got an 18 with fear.
Awesome. I'm also going to spend that fear immediately. So you start pressing buttons in what anyone would assume was a random order. And all of a sudden, again, the lights go out. And as you're torquing the bolt glitch, every once in a while you'll hit like a patch where it goes quickly. And when you do, the lights come back on. And you can see that Qualo, over the course of the several seconds that this is happening, grows a full body of the smoky fur that Tabitha has. And then by the time you're done, like fixing the bolt and the lights come all the way back on, the fur has fallen out in a pile on the floor, and the eye has come out and is also laying on the floor, and Qualo now just looks like Qualo again. And you hear and inside of the microwave-looking device is a chunk of what looks to your eye glitch as the purest essentia you have ever seen.
I really want to be excited about this, but I've entered that fun stage of hanging out with you, Qualo, where my body's technically conscious, but my soul has already clocked out for the day. Can we take it apart now?
The Essentia? I think that would be a little dangerous.
No. This was the result you wanted, right? This was the whole point of putting our lives in danger. So we can dismantle this again, right?
I don't think our lives were ever in danger. The ship's moving. We're breathing. What do you think that eye tastes like?
I think I'm either about to pass out or punch you. So let's leave the taste test till after 2. Can we wrap this up now?
Okay. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I am not responsible for what happens when we break this down.
Oh, you absolutely are not. You won't feel a thing.
So you hear a voice come over the intercom again.
Hey guys, if you don't stop doing whatever you're doing in that bulkhead, I'm going to jettison it into the sea sky.
We're cleaning up right now, sweetheart. It's gonna be good as new in just a moment here, right, Qualo?
It's gonna be better than you, because you're good at your job. And I grab my chunk of Essentia, probably less carefully than Glitch would like. I am careful to leave a little piece inside of the Farah calendar box for her. And then I walk out. You're going to do a great job breaking this down.
Glitch, you are alone with the machine.
I walk up to it and I press my cheek against the side of the ship. I say, I'm sorry, baby. We're all going back to normal now. Don't worry. Mingo! Stitch! Come quickly. Bring tools.
So they do indeed. They rush into the room. Tools in their various claws and appendages.
And as we're pulling everything apart, I notice this little chip of Essentia sitting in the container. I very carefully, without saying anything, maybe cracking a little bit of a smile, pocket it.
Okay. And with that, we're going to end this week's episode. A special thanks to our sound team, to Darrington Press for creating Daggerheart, the awesome game we're playing, and to our incredible fans. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, 5 stars, follow, the whole thing. It's the #1 way to help our show. Colossus of the Crux is part of the Witchkey March universe. If you're interested in playing in any of the associated games, you can find them on startplaying.games. You can also join us on our Discord or follow us on Instagram. Links are in the doobly-doo. And we will see you next week!
She's so fat, flat earthers don't think she's a globe.
What?